Hi, I'm John Campo, the Not So Neat Chef. Welcome to my kitchen. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a basic pizza dough. This freezes great. You can usually make it up in batches, throw it in the freezer, and then we use it for, last minute bread, pizzas, calzones. I hope you like it. If you do, like, subscribe, and even comment. That'd be great. All right, so let's get going. I normally weigh out my ingredients, but just to keep it simple, and it's only pizza dough at this point, we're not making an artisan bread. We're just gonna measure it out. So we're gonna start with 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So what I have here is 4 cups of flour. You can use, you can do this by hand, or you can use a KitchenAid. If you do it by hand, you wanna knead it for at least 8 minutes. For your stand-up mixer, you want to use your dough hook. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to increase the protein of the all-purpose flour, so this way it's got some elasticity. So what I have here is 2 tablespoons of vital wheat gluten. So we're talking just adding protein, and that sort of cheats and brings it up to like a pizza dough or a bread dough, or a bread flour. I'm sorry. Now what we want to do is we want to add 2 teaspoons of salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2. Store it off slow so you don't wear it. So next what we're going to do is we're going to proof the yeast. And to proof the yeast we use a cup and a half of water, no more than about 110 degrees. Any hotter, you're going to kill the yeast. And you can use 1 packet of yeast, or if you buy yeast in bulk, you measure it out. That comes out to 2 1/4 teaspoons. We have 1 teaspoon of sugar. We need the sugar for the yeast to feed. All right. And your yeast. Sorry, give it a little stir. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes when this is nice and frothy. Okay, so it's only been a couple minutes, and you can see that the yeast has proofed. And now we'll just add that to the mixer. Okay, so you want to put it on low. I get all that yeast. I love the smell of yeast. Okay. Now, before you go any further, you want to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, I'll put all these ingredients and the amounts in the description. So let's add this. Make sure we get all that out. Right. Now, again, if you're kneading this by hand, you want to do it for maybe 10 minutes. But if you're using a machine, you want to start low and wait for it to come together. Oh. All right, so I slowed it down. It'll come together, and then you want to knead it for, probably about 7 minutes. Okay, so that's about it, and you'll see how it was climbing up the dough hook. That means it's ready, and this should come off no problem. Wait a minute. Okay, where are we? There we are. Okay, so now it'll feel a little tacky. Okay. Now what you want to do . All right, so I just like finishing it off by hand so I can get a feel for it. When you knead, push, turn, fold it on itself, and that's how you do it. Okay, so we're pretty much at the point where we're going to let it rest and rise, and you can see it bounces back when you just press it lightly. All right, you got some olive oil in here. We're going to coat it, and we're going to put this in a warm, dry place away from any draft, just like any bread that you would do. And we're going to cover it and let it rise. And we're going to let it rise until it doubles in size, which should take about an hour. Okay, been about an hour. Doubled in size, and look at that. Now you want to punch it down. Now, some of the best bread, they punch down and they rise several times. So what we're doing now, I guess you could say this is pretty much over with. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to punch it down. I'm going to put it back in the bowl. Now we're going to do a cold rise for 24 hours. That's right. We're going to put it in the fridge for 24 hours, and then after that you can either use it or freeze it. If you're going to use it, I usually divide it into 4, and it makes 4 nice personal pies for pizza. That amount is also good for a calzone. You know, it's a nice sized calzone. This will make, this will feed 4 people. If it's 4 calzones or 4 personal pies. I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said in the beginning of the video, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you again. Thanks for stopping by.